that's your boo. I got boo in the video.
Because I was with that person. Who name did he put in that caption when he posted my son? He has a way of doing the same thing over every time we fall out. He had our kid. Just, that's what I fear, okay?
According to reports, Chrisean Rock has acquired a new partner, and it already seems like another NOLA traffic shorty. Recently, she has been on a mission to rebrand, recover, and appear unaffected by the Blueface Church appearance check. She checks her prayers and speaks softly during live streams. "Don't judge me," she said, as she surreptitiously planned her next stunt. However, she has given her redemption arc a new dimension, and it is rejected in real time. The man she believed would be her comeback boyfriend. Yes, he isn't even glancing at her. We have film of awkward silence and a lot of neglected energy. Let's now discuss how we got here, because this isn't merely a coincidence. The next obvious step in Crone's PR Lil healing tour was this. She gave us gospel rock first. Sis went to church, sang some spirituals, and even asked her followers to pray for her rather than drag her. She then went live and talked about how she was streaming right now in an attempt to get a Twitch check, and some peace, I suppose. Then she posts pictures of her newborn face that have been partially smoothed out and filtered, as if she's attempting to conceal something. It screamed damage control throughout. You cannot skip the healing phase just because you put on a turtleneck and attended communion. But we are not discounting growth if it is genuine. That's not how trauma operates, sweetie. This is where the irony really starts to creep in. See, Crosh was already working to remove Blueface from her plot before this new boo appeared. While we are not claiming that he is innocent, Sis began making irrational accusations about him hurting her and the child, and the timing was suspect because baby Blueface is currently incarcerated. Therefore, it seems like convenient timing to me that he is suddenly the antagonist of your rebirth narrative when he is unable to defend himself.
Lay my foot down, and when I'm trying to leave that man alone, he spitefully go after our kid. Yes, I do fear that. When we're good, I don't fear him mistreating our son. That's when he's on his good behavior.
The fresh boo rollout hairstyle comes just hours after the accusations were made public. Manicures. He appeared to be counting down the minutes till he could depart, despite the background friends screaming as if she had just received a bouquet. It was provided where my Uber was, not where my girl was, baby. Let's now go deeply into the instance that caused the timeline to go into cardiac arrest. Crone appeared to have discovered her new plotline as she flailed her lashes in her new wig on her hip. While the new guy stood next to her, rigid as a church usher in a heatwave, Sis was grinning from ear to ear and attempting to be all lovey-dovey. The atmosphere is bone dry. The non-existent energy. That man spent more time on his phone than he did staring at her. Failed to grip her hand. Didn't even pretend to grin. And the girl over there is attempting to strike a few postures as if they had just revealed their gender. It was really awkward, kid. The background music even sounded ashamed. When your house girl is hyping you up more loudly than your man is even talking, you know something is wrong. As if they were attempting to use noise alone to create some chemistry. You guys are adorable. That man, meanwhile, was staring toward the ceiling and saying, "God, let me go." The main idea is that the mask is said to have fallen later that evening. According to others close to her, Con was talking softly and had puffy eyes, as if she had recently finished therapy. Sis was purportedly saying things like, "I just feel like nobody loves me for real. I be trying to do right, and I still end up hurting," while sniffing and massaging her eyes. And for a brief moment, you thought you had done something right, because, despite all the chaos, there is still the young child below, confused, traumatized, and starving for appropriate affection. However, the baby quickly returned to her normal self and began discussing how the man simply wasn't prepared for me. He couldn't handle a real woman. Don't do that, please. He didn't ghost you. He simply never registered. Just as we thought. She was going to spin a block for a clean getaway. Sis went live again and said, I'd still get Blue Ace's name tatted on my face on a low key, while attempting to make it seem like she was the one who left, although the man hadn't even approached her.
And you want to be serious and do it right? Live. I'm on phone, everybody on this Instagram, it's all nuts. I did that before. I respect that. That name on the other side of my face, yes.
Ma'am, so let me get this straight.
Ma'am, let me be clear about this. A small new boo just made you cry over not being loved, and still choose to associate yourself with a man who blatantly rejected his own child. Lord, have mercy for a man who admitted on video that he wasn't even certain that was his child. She seems to have a GPS on her whenever she tries to leave the trauma. Listen, we've all had an embarrassing ex. We love you, but you're acting like Blueface received the final vial of holy water in a rapture. It's tiring, but here's the worst part. All of this is taking place as she attempts to portray herself as a church girl. She shouts, "Amen," one moment, then talks of exploding for a man who treats her like spoiled yogurt the next. This is the part of the performance that always makes me laugh because Chrisean is making a concerted effort to appear as though she has her glow-up arc in motion. She has baptized herself live, put on long sleeves as though holiness would cover the foolishness, and been really deliberate about giving off the "I'm healed now" vibe. However, this girl is crumbling behind the scenes like a Popeye's bread without any honey. Her eyes were red from tears. Baby doesn't seem to have any emotional support, and she acts as though she did the rejecting each time. However, we all know that Crone is secretly still clutching onto the hope that someone would fill the vacuum, and that void is growing deeper every day because, if we zoom out quickly, we'll realize that this is about more than just Crone. This entire circumstance is a microcosm of a larger issue. These days, girls tweet Bible passages immediately after twerking in an attempt to get their man back. Where men can remain silent in the club and still have the entire plot. Where single mothers could repair the damage to their own children's reputations in order to appear more appealing. Additionally, the largest enabler of delusion is social media, kid. On camera, everyone appears to be in love, but off camera, there is silent rejection and dry texting that ignores direct messages. We call it content when we watch highlight reels of people's suffering. Crone isn't the only person trapped in a rut. She's just the most vocal person living her life. Here's the truth that no one is attempting to express aloud. Rejection isn't always about the other person. There are moments when it's you, your energy, and the burdens you bring into every space. It's the feeling that you're still in love with your past heartbreak, and that your healed period is clinging to you like a wig-glued miracle and a sparkling prayer. That new guy didn't reject you because you were too genuine or too much. He just noticed that Blueface's fingerprints were still all over your soul. And no mature man attempting to snuggle in bed with the ghost of another man, sis. So, yes, Crone had a breakdown. And perhaps she needed to. Because sometimes the only thing loud enough to drown out your own delusions is a breakdown. And it appears that the fans noticed since one admirer commented, "I couldn't take her seriously with another man tattooed on her face." At this point, it's annoying that she's so lost and bewildered, and it doesn't even seem like he wants to be there. However, do you think Crone is truly prepared for a new relationship? Or is she merely attempting to patch up a Blueface wound with a rebound she hardly knows? Do you think it's possible to rebrand while still holding on to your past trauma? If not, what does accountability actually look like? Lastly, can someone really save Cash? Or must she save herself first? Share your thoughts in the comments section.